Listen to me, you little fucking department store mannequin. I'm tired of doing videos on you, but you keep providing me endless entertainment with your barrel of bullshit. Who are we talking about? Y'all know. I can't even call him the name that I used to call him because of YouTube's algorithm, and, some other reactors might get, their panties in a bunch and give me another strike. So, Tyler the fraud, who is Tyler Henry, and who I've been on his ass and not in the way he would want me to be for years and years now because he's a fucking phony. Listen, I'm so tired of these delusional people who will yet still come to my comment sections, even fucking now, defending this mannequin. They always say the dumbest shit too. I'll engage them for a while to see how stupid they are. And it's usually like drooling out of the side of their mouth, rolling down a hill the wrong way, facing the wrong way in a wheelchair, stupid. Like that dumb. They do this shit. They'll be like, oh, you're just a hater because he's got special gifts. He's got special gifts. He gets a lot of gifts from those old men that he lets use his booty hole on Grindr. I'm sure he does. It's fine. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying that playing with people's fucking emotions over their lost loved ones is fucked up. Well, isn't that true? When I asked the other question that nobody seems to be able to answer me yet, I'm waiting for the answer. For you fucking little people out there, I'm a believer. Okay, tell me right, because I had one person answer this. Dumbest answer ever. I said, well, how come it's always the fucking spirits speak English? They speak perfect or whatever language that the medium is. They speak that perfect language. That medium never has a moment of misunderstanding where like, whoa. Okay, somebody's going in my head. I don't know what Asian dialect it is, but it hurts. Make them stop. Okay, I gotta cut you off now. I think I've got a German on fucking on number 4. Yeah, line 4. He's saying ishki bishki or something like that, but he's screaming at me, so I think he's German. I gotta go right now. All right, bye. They never say, I don't know, where's Babel? Where can I do Google Translate? Never. Bullshit. So somebody engage with me once and don't do it unless you have half a brain cell. Then you can engage with me. But if you only have like that struggling half of a brain cell and every time you pee, it just kind of slips a little more and more towards your urethra and coming out, don't do it. She said, it's a spirit language. Spirit language. I got a spirit language for you, and they all consist of 4-letter words. All right, I'm not going to start in here, but the first one starts with "see you next Tuesday." We'll talk about that one. Okay, so who did I see pop up in my timeline? And it's only because of a guilty pleasure that I watched recently that I hadn't watched in years. I watched Jersey Shore reunion thing, which first of all, worst fake show on the planet. It's fake. I don't care what anybody says. They're all happened to meeting at this restaurant. They're directed to what they're going to talk about. I believe the conversation's real. But everything is just set up and bullshit. These people are just they know everything that's going to go on. But I watched some of it and, you see the people there, whatever. So who comes across my timeline, because I watched some of that, then jwoww. jwoww being red, and if you don't know who jwoww is, she's like the least slutty of the sluts on Jersey Shore, which is not saying much, but I kind of say she's actually approved for Jersey Shore. Like, I don't think she bangs around too many guys there. I don't think so. I mean, the others have slept with like every house guest and, had their way with every armchair in the fucking, the cabana they once had and stuff like that. They've mounted every fire hydrant. The guys too. The guys are just big whores. Don't get me wrong. I'm not picking on just the girls. I'm not slut shaming. I'm slut shaming them all. But yeah, I never seem to remember her being too wild with shit. Maybe she made out with some guys or something like that, but whatever. But she had big fake tits and all that. We love her because, she's feisty. And so, Tyler Henry was reading her. Now, I hadn't seen jwoww in a while. I saw her back when that new season, Jersey Shore fucking reunion happened like 3 years ago. That was the last I seen her. So I see this clip and I press it. And the first thing that confused me is when Tyler Henry gets dropped off at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Like, you guys have seen that fucking suite 1,000 times. But he didn't see it from this is the first time he's ever seen it standing up. You know what I mean? Not on his head. Or, with the ball gag and, with the little, the gimp, fucking mask over his face and shit like that. So maybe it is the first time he saw it. But I like when he goes there. I think his mommy drops him off, or maybe an agent or something like that. And he goes, it's going to be really hard to do. And he does talk like that. So I'm not don't just think, because he's gay, you talk like that. No, there's lots of guys who are gay who say, hey, what's going on? I mean, maybe they don't talk like that. Maybe the Village people did. I don't know. But you know what I mean? He's got that accent. So that's why I'm doing it. So I'm getting out the Beverly Hills Hotel. It's going to be really hard for me to do this reading today of bullshit. I'm going to have to make up other bullshit because, coming here, it's very busy. It's very busy. I think what he means is other spirits. There's so many dead people at a hotel, he just doesn't know what to do. If that was the case, he would walk in there and go, ah, and his eyes would start to bleed, fucking blood would shoot out of his ear, his brain matter would start to melt over his face, his head would blow up like that movie Scanners. You're full of crap. So he goes up to this room where jwoww happens to be, and then I'm even more confused because I'm like, why is Michael Jackson still alive? What is going on? And then I realize it's jwoww. Like, we really love plastic surgery, don't we, sweetheart? We didn't pick it out too well, did we? Did we do a Google search on this guy at all? Or were we just like, fuck it. I'll do it in Tijuana. I'll give you some booze beforehand. You'll be fine. You can go out that same night. Party. I'll do it. So, anyway, she answers the door. You can't make this fucking shit up. She goes, and this is not making fun of her tragedy or whatever, but I'll get to that in a second. So he sits down and he goes, first thing she says is what most of them say. I don't believe in, mediums. You're going to have to say something really proof positive to prove me wrong, blah, blah, blah. So she sits down, and then she doesn't really say that, but then Tyler Henry sits down. He's like, okay, so I'm going to explain to you what I do. That little grin, I just want to slap the fuck out. I want to slap those chiclets out of his mouth. So it goes like this, it's like, and so I'm going to start to draw like a schizophrenic on this pad, because it's just, it keeps me out of the institution if I do this and say I'm connecting with dead people. That way they don't lock me up again and I'm not sitting in my own shit, rocking back and forth, singing show tunes. Okay, so I do this, and my job as a medium is to provide you with a validated experience. A what? A validated experience. You're gonna pay for my parking? That's cool, because the car's been there. It's a rental, but it's been in that motherfucker. You see how much they charge? Thank you, high five. No, I mean, I give you, it's some bullshit I think you'll agree with. Okay. So the first thing he goes, I like to have an object that the person had. I like to do that. jwoww's got two objects. The first is a bobblehead doll. Okay. We're not going for comedy in this, right? You're giving him a bobblehead doll? It was something special to the person who died, so okay, we'll go with it. And immediately he started to stick it up his ass. She's like, no, it's not a dildo. No. Oh, sorry. Circuit Party Friday, it's got me fucked up. Sorry, okay, so you want me to read this? Yeah, just, okay, don't do that again. Put your cock away, please. So then he holds on to it, he's like, okay, and here's where the bullshit's coming. He's like, I see a guy. He's like looking at her half the time, like, am I close? Am I reading it right? Did my publicist give me the right info? I'm seeing a guy. Okay, she's not swinging on me yet, so I think. And he's a motorcycle, and it's like a passing that's sad. And it's like he died young. And because he was young and died, it was a tragedy. Let me say that one more fucking time the way I would say it. And tell me that doesn't sound stupid coming from me. He died at like 32, so I think it was, I'm not sure, but I think it was a tragedy. You would hit me on the head with a bat. You would be like, maybe this will get his brain fucking right again. What the fuck do you mean? Of course it's a tragedy, you asshole. So then he goes like this. Then, of course, jwoww starts getting teary because, I think she's drunk from the night before. She doesn't know what's happening. She's on Vicodin or something. And she's just like, oh my God, that's true, because this bobblehead, this guy, he got a tattoo. And then right when he hears the tattoo part, or maybe even before, he goes, and I think there was it was a question of whether it was an accident or not. Gee, if somebody died at, say, 32, would there possibly be a question of it being an accident? Yeah, because they're fucking 32. He could have even saved that one. Say the guy died from, God forbid, cancer or something like that. He could have still said, well, we're not sure. He covers his ass in all these different ways, except on the Friday. Never, I'm not going to say that. But so she goes on, and basically it turns out that it's a friend of her husband's, and I know who her husband is, because her husband was on the last season Jersey, the reunion, whatever the fuck it was. I haven't watched the reunion in a long time, but it's the latest season that was on 3 years ago. Her husband, who's a winner, because the last I saw of her husband, who was 24, 25 years old at the time, and she's 33, but no big deal, left her drunk in an elevator, passing out, while trying to feel up on her arch enemy, that chick with the big schnoz, Angelina. And this was on tape. This perturbed her so much so, she threw him out of the house. But now everything's good. Yeah, I mean, you can rely on a guy who's going to leave you passed out, drunk, and then start to your friend. That's fine. Jesus, whatever. Not my business, not my life. Don't care. But, so she puts him on the phone. She's like, oh my God, I have to call my husband. I mean, and let's be real here. not the brightest, right? I mean, if you've seen the show, he's like, anybody who's smiling that much, there's no one here. That's all I can do. Would you like the Jell-O for dessert? The Jell-O. Somebody fucking, okay, just get him whatever. Make sure he's got a bib again, because he's going to start drooling all over himself. So he's like, wow, I can't believe you got that. Tyler, oh, you're cool, whatever. And Tyler Henry immediately bonered this fucking big boner, poking him in the chin through his little khakis. I never said he had a small one. He's got a big pencil thin one. Big fucking like dipstick type of dick. It's really thin, but it'll get you. It's scary. So that's where I had to shut it off. And then she pulls out her other artifacts, which I think were, I don't know, marbles she used to throw at other girls in school or something. I don't know what they were. I didn't pay attention at that point. And it just goes back to the fact that if you're a celebrity, 9 times out of 10, this shit is Googleable. I don't even know if that's the right word. Or, as we've seen in other places, this little prick, like other psychics, know somebody who knows somebody, or their agents know somebody that have heard this secondhand somewhere. Unless this guy's death had never been talked about outside her, the dopey husband of hers, and just those two, not even his own fucking parents, then there is a way that he's heard about this. It is bullshit. And for people to allow this kind of bullshit to perpetrate, you are complicit. You are helping this little asshole make money off of dead people, off of the grief of others. And I've already had it with him, because remember for a while he wanted to counsel teenagers and shit. Like, who the fuck are you to counsel teenagers on other than fisting and water-based lubricants that work the best? That's it. You're nobody to... I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to go off now and... Not go off. I already did that. I'm going to leave. And I'm just going to say, knock it off, mannequin. You're not cute. Besides, I saw those 2 dots up here. I don't know. Something's going on. They starting injecting the meth up there. Is that what happens? Because I saw him in that episode. Go look at the episode. See, I'm lying. There's 2 very questionable dots right up here. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe, liquid G can be injected into your head now. I don't know. Maybe he does booty bumps. I can't say. I don't know.